Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you. But trust me, we will. Wake them up a little!
This whole thing is pretty much done. We're more ghosts than people.
You have got to keep faith. They will not crush us.
Good old Dutch. My best friend. You know how we met? Pair of hucksters trying to rob each other. Back in 78 or thereabouts.
You have to love yourself a fire. It's one of the blessings. Sure, we can have fire. And we can have the knowledge of fire. But with that comes the knowledge of everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a robbery.
Sons of Dutch. Makes us brothers. Sometimes, brothers make mistakes.
You'll never change. I know that.
All of you venerate savagery. And you will die savagely.
Get out here! Stay strong. Stay with me. You have to love yourself a fire.
Alright, welcome to Handy with the Steel. This is Chapter 4. This is a mostly new cast of characters. It is still May 4th, and let me go through a little background with Handy with the Steel. So, welcome to LeClaire, territory of Colorado. The date is May 4th, 1866, just 1 year after the American Civil War. The Pikes Peak gold rush has begun to falter, but still the desperate search for their fortune, through minerals, commerce, flesh, or crime. Handy with the Steel is intended to be a sprawling campaign set in the fictional town of LeClaire, which sits just 40 miles southwest of Denver City. With a unique and varied cast of characters, Handy with the Steel hopes to tell a realistic tale of the American frontier. Inspirations include Tombstone, Deadwood, and the Magnificent Seven. Handy with the Steel will use Earl of Fife, FifeGames.com, Universal Role-Playing Game System, Heroes and Hardships, which is currently in development. Welcome to LeClaire, cowboy and cowgirls. Come along for the ride, and if not already, please subscribe to Blades and Blasters YouTube channel, where you can find actual play system and character creation tutorials and role-playing game talks with content released nearly every day. One warning, viewer discretion is advised. This campaign intends to paint the American frontier as it was 1 year after the Civil War. Racism and sexism are still alive and well. We will take care to treat the subject matter carefully, but we will not whitewash the dirty side of the time period. Please understand we do this to make a realistic, gritty, historical drama, not because we agree with those things. Alright, now, after that, let's get into the real stuff. Here's the paper for today. LeClaire lost another independent miner on Monday. Elias Henderson went under contract with the Butler Company for sale of his mining rights. The Butler Company has acquired 2 mines in the last month alone, with Preston & Preston buying another. Butler Company lawyer Deaton Miller commented, "This is a great day for Mr. Henderson and the Butler Company. Mr. Henderson received a very competitive compensation, and the Butler Company now controls another adjacent plot of land which will allow for easier transportation of metals to town. The Henderson mine will remain open for the time being." Mr. Henderson had no comment and is in the process of leaving town with his new windfall. Man cheats at cards and gets shot. Henry David, an out-of-work miner, was found to be cheating in a game of poker. His cousin, Bishop David, took offense and drew steel. Fortunately, Mr. David was just grazed. Both men were fined for the incident. Mayor returns from Denver City empty-handed. Mayor Hill, who had been in Denver City and the paper drags on. All right. One sec. Audio issues as normal. So, it's a brisk May day, and it's been overcast for the last several days. Today, just after lunch, Sheriff Gunderson and one of his deputies, Nelson, have just stepped outside the saloon and inn, the Saints Hotel. Not so far away is Lou Longley, a man for hire, a drifter, a grifter, who also not so long ago finished his meal. And down the street, walking in this direction, is a familiar face that some people aren't so happy to see. An Indian. They call him Crow, or Screaming Crow. From what people know, he's also a hired hand, menial labor and the like. The environment inside the Saints Hotel is fairly calm. There's a couple men in there eating still, playing cards, some drinking. But it's still fairly early in the day, just before noon. And you guys can go ahead and start posting what you're doing and get started.
You want to go first?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm going first then? Or
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter to me.
Someone.
I was going to say you're sheriff.
No, you go ahead.
All right,
Go ahead, deputy.
So Nelson Ward kind of steps out from there, looking kind of a little bit tense. Always looks over the town, unsure of what the next day will bring, unsure of what kind of trouble will brew, but with a scarce bit of excitement as well. He's the youngster, the new kid on the block, essentially, and he really doesn't know what to make of the place yet. He's traveled for a few years, fought for the North after living quite a long time in Illinois. And now he's well out here, back out west, unsure what to do next, other than, do what his father did. Serve as the right. But sometimes what right isn't too clear. He kind of takes the place in again, a bit of a scowl, noticing Mr. Crow walking down, as he looks again to Mr. Gunderson on what to do.
And Sheriff Gunderson strikes a match, lights up a cigarette, looks out at a Screaming Crow on the street. And Sheriff Gunderson's been doing this for a long time. It's his usual doldrums. Nothing too wild going on this day. Looks over to Nelson. Well, Nelly, how you feeling today, buddy?
Well, I'm feeling all right, Mr. Gunderson. You never know, though. We'll see what the day brings, I suppose.
Damn hot weather and more sweat. Looks over and sees Crow coming down. Mr. Crow, how are you this fine afternoon?
You notice Crow's actually kind of on his way toward you all and wearing his his old Union cap that certainly doesn't belong to him, and a jacket that doesn't quite fit him. His hair is all dark and long. He still tries to keep some of the feathers and things like that from his people. But he's trying to blend in as best he can, doing a horrible job of it. But he's walking up towards the sheriff and he nods. Sheriff, good day to you. I actually wanted to come speak with you about a job.
Nelson kind of shifts nervously, kind of the moment he sees Crow, but especially upon Crow walking up and getting close, kind of shifting his gaze between Gunderson and Crow, and now locked on Gunderson's response.
Well, Crow, law ain't hired hands, but if it's something we can look into for you, I ain't gonna turn no honest man down.
Well, I do work at the manor, but I feel I have other skills that are wasted. I'm a scout, and if you ever need a tracker, I can do it very well.
Nelson kind of nudges Mr. Gunderson and kind of very, very under his breath, trying to keep it quiet. Are you sure he's, the right kind of person to take on for this?
Looks at Nelson and just kind of laughs. Oh, hell, son. Probably ain't nobody better. Been here longer than we have. He looks back to Crow and, well, I mighty appreciate that, Crow. Always looking for a good man in case we need extra hand around here. Not enough law, in my opinion. Just whenever we can get people together, and old Lou over there. By the way, how you doing, Lou?
Mighty fine, Sheriff. Mighty fine. Pleasant day.
Nelson kind of gives a nod again. Yeah, good day, Mr. Longley. It's looking nice out, right?
Yeah. Reckon it'll be a nice day, Deputy. Reckon it'll be a real nice day. And Lou begins to just look around at the sky, and then looks up and down the streets, squints. Real nice day.
Nice day aside. You said you coming to me with a job, Crow, or are you trying to get a job with the law?
So I would prefer to work with you, if you have any work available, that is.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna turn a man down and walk patrols. As long as you keep your bearing and let us handle the law portion of it. Having an extra hand at the side might dissuade any would-be troublemakers, especially on account of your disposition. I mean, no offense.
Crow offers a smile and nods, and I would be happy to help you.
Well, I imagine we got a line to walk here, make sure everything's at peace in the town. You can travel with us if you'd like.
And he nods, and even being nice, you can't really tell if he's telling the truth or not, being happy to help or anything like that, but at least he's being courteous and stuff like that. So he says, I just would like to pick up some tobacco.
Oh, hell, we're going to do that anyway.
A boy comes out of the inn with a broom, sweeping off the patio. Oh, excuse me, Sheriff. I just need to sweep. He looks at the deputy and sheriff. They're kind of standing about where he wants to sweep.
Oh, sorry there, son. Nelson, take a step down, would you?
Ah, yeah. Hey, boy. And he kind of steps down and gives the kid a bit of a pat on the head as he gets out of the way.
Starts. I'm supposed to make small talk with people out here. You hear about that kerfuffle down the way? He sweeps a bit.
Which one you meaning?
I heard that there were some problems in the whorehouse down there. Some guy got rough with the girl or something.
Oh, really? Well, that doesn't sound too good.
Shit, ain't no surprise neither. Well,
Are we gonna go check it out?
of course we are, son. Looks around. Lou, you want to make a couple extra cent?
Reckon I could.
You got your iron?
Always, Sheriff.
Well, come on then.
You begin to consider what to do, and Jimmy's like, "Oh, Sheriff, there's one of them over there. It's one of the David boys." And you see a middle-aged man walking down the street. He's got a big smile on his face and a bottle of whiskey in his left hand. He's just kind of chuckling to himself.
Am I familiar with the David boys?
Yes, you are. As the newspaper said, they have been kind of a problem for the town for the last couple weeks. Newly arrived, there's a big gaggle of them, about 8 brothers and cousins that came out here to make their fortune, and most of them haven't gotten a job yet that you're aware, but they've caused a whole lot of trouble.
Crow is actually going to go stand kind of near the sheriff, and I believe I was there that night.
It was just a few hours ago, Crow, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was there, right?
Yep.
Yes, one of the brothers slapped one of the women, knocked her out.
Was that one right there? Different one.
I do not believe it was that one.
Well, I reckon we can shake down this fella here anyway. See if we can figure out which one of his kinfolk did this.
I suppose so. That's a terrible thing to do to poor ladies. It's not too good.
Ain't no surprise men get crazy a bit when their spirits are up, but ain't no excuse neither. Let's have a chat with him.
Nelson follows along, kind of very obviously keeping to the other side of Mr. Gunderson as Crow.
As you begin to approach the man, which I'd say Sheriff Gunderson, you go ahead and give me a oh boy, give me a lore or streetwise. Let's do streetwise. So skill menu, and then it should be in there under empathy, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know Abel. He's one of the older ones. He hasn't caused a lot of trouble compared to the rest of them.
But he's still in with them boys.
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah, so Gunderson would walk up, and I'd know him by name, yeah?
Yep.
Abel David.
Yeah.
That old Abel David over there.
He turns and looks in your direction. Yeah, it's me, Sheriff. What you need?
Well, Abel, I'm just trying to resolve an issue. Unfortunately, some of your kinfolk are perpetrating at the whorehouse down yonder. Wonder if you could give me a spot of information.
Oh, Sheriff, I wouldn't know anything about that. I've just been in my cups a little bit down the way. He waves to the. There's another saloon on the road.
No, fair enough, fair enough. I know you ain't been causing too many problems, but I gotta be honest with you, Abel. Some of your Some of your folk been ruffling some feathers around here. I'm just trying to keep the situation from getting too terse, if you understand me.
Oh, sure, Sheriff. What do you need from me?
Well, you know which one of your kinfolk or how many of them be down there at your whorehouse yonder? Usual rounds?
Oh, right now, I don't know. Heard Bill got a job, so they could be doing a little drinking celebration, you know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go down and have a chat that way. It's not expecting there to be no trouble.
And just as you say that, a woman rounds the corner. She has her skirt pulled up above her knees, and she's running essentially. Abel looks over his shoulder, and you hear laughing coming from around the corner. Everybody knows this. She is one of the working girls of this establishment, the hotel. So she would not have been at the brothel, but...
Yeah, Gunnarson's gonna break off conversation with Abel and start heading towards her.
She sees you and falls to her knees in front of you. Oh, Sheriff! Oh, my wit's end. These boys have just been harassing me something fierce over there.
Them David boys?
She nods, and they're saying that I can't remember his name, got his hand all bashed up at the Jewel. I tried to tell him I didn't even work at the Jewel, but they weren't listening none.
Well, go on and get back in there. We'll take care of this.
And she cuts behind the rest of you. She's like, Jimmy, come with me. And she grabs Jimmy by the arm and forces him to come inside with her. He's like, oh, I just want to watch this a little bit. Bonnie, come on now. No. And she grabbed him by the ears, and he's like, ah! Abel
Crow's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Crow's gonna look over to the sheriff and nod towards him and say, Bill, I remember that name. That was the one who slapped the girl.
Yeah, but what's this about his hand getting smashed up? That didn't have nothing to do with it.
Anything about that, Crow, you remember?
They repaid him. It was well deserved. I believe they took a hammer to his hand for the damages caused. It seems Bill likes violence.
Not in my town.
As you guys are contemplating this, 3 other men round the corner. Sheriff, you know from your previous Streetwise role that these are part of this David clan. One's a cousin. Kind of come around, and they all seem pretty drunk to you, and one of them's like, where you going, lass? Come on back here. Like laughing, and they don't even... Abel's standing there just kind of staring at them, and then stares at you and looking very nervous.
Alright. Let's not do nothing crazy yet. He looks at everybody else. Always try to talk sense first, but be ready.
Yep, I'll follow you, Mr. Gunderson. Think you'll be alright.
Hell, I don't know. We'll see. He
I hope it is.
steps forward. You boys look like you're having a lot of fun here.
And basically the rest of them look over at you and like, yeah, just drinking a bit, one of them says.
I heard you boys been roughhousing, looking for a lass. That right?
Oh no, not at all. No roughhousing. Just trying to pay that lady there for a little attention. That's what she is, right? A whore.
Afraid not. You must have her confused what with someone else.
Oh, I don't know, Sheriff. I'm pretty sure she's a whore.
It's my town, Mr. David. I'm afraid I would know better than you. You drunk in my streets at this hour?
Oh, just going from there to here, you know. Not drunk, just elevated in spirit, if you will. The Holy Ghost, you can call it.
Well, I'm afraid there's nothing godly about your behavior at this time, boys. I'm gonna have to ask you to come with me.
For what? Where are we going?
Well, I gotta do a bit of a further investigation here. I heard you've been roughhousing people at the Jewel. Now I got this lady that ran past over yonder telling me you're trying to rough her up, pay her for favors, and she don't even work at the damn Jewel. So I'm gonna have to hold you boys for a moment here, let you sober up.
They look at each other and they're, well, Sheriff, we don't got no problems with you, but we're just fine. We're just walking down the road. She might have, apologies to that lady there. Got her mixed up. No problem. But we got places to be today.
It's all well and good, son, but like I said, y'all got to sober up. I'm not going to have you run around here causing trouble. If you got no problem, me prove it by coming kindly.
Go ahead and give me a rhetoric roll.
Go fucking hell.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Talker.
Have to be.
Yeah, really. Man.
It's drunks. Yeah, they look at each other. Oh man, I guess. One of them says, moving forward. Henry, he takes off his belt and... Oh, well, I'll go with you, Sheriff, no problem. He begins walking over.
Alright, that's fair enough now. And the rest of you boys now. Abel, you're clear in this right now. I know you ain't been involved as far as I know, but the other two, you gotta come with me as well. And again, ain't no formal charges being levied. I just need y'all to sober up right now. And then I'm going to have to figure out what exactly is going on here.
Grover, one of the cousins, he's one of the ones that's given you the worst trouble, for sure. And you've already had him locked up twice for drunken disorderly. Says, Sheriff, I gotta go to work today, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to just insist that I not come sober up. I don't like to work sober, see.
Well, the unfortunate about that, Mr. Peterson, is that I ain't really bothered by your engagement with work. You should have thought about that before you got drunk and roughhoused somebody. I've already put you in twice. I have no problem doing it a third time before you learn your lesson. Now, you're going to come with me quietly. You're going to have trouble. I don't want trouble, Grover.
Seems like when we come contact with each other, there's nothing but trouble. You got it out for me, Sheriff. I think that is just not fair.
Oh, maybe I am biased. What you think, Nelson? Have you come into contact with Mr. Peterson? Do you have a different disposition and opinion of this man?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't say I've been all over the place. Don't know all that many people. I mean, he kind of turns to Grover and, I don't know, Mr. Peterson. I don't think it could help, hurt nothing, or you might as well come along for a bit.
Oh, why am I listening to something that is younger than the spooge on my boot? Fuck.
Llewellyn will spit at this point on the ground. Wop your mouth, boy. Sheriff's talking to you. He's addressing you.
Who's
Now,
this
you
old
should come
coot?
and do what he said.
Who's this old coot? Do you know this man, Abel? I've never seen him in my life. I doubt he can even get up out of that chair. He looks like he's plumb crippled.
Might be plumb crippled, but you know what? Shoot the wings off a fly. So I watch you talking.
He rolls his eyes. Well, I'm gonna head down this way, and I'll see you later.
Now, we ain't done talking yet. Abel, you gonna handle your kinfolk, or am I gonna do it?
Abel's just looking at Grover, and he's like, "Oh, Sheriff, you can give him a pass, can't you? Come on."
I gave him a pass first day he came into town, made me arrest him twice. Now, you're gonna come quietly, or I'm gonna have to make you come over. Now, let's look at Henry now. Henry had good sense.
Henry has stopped in the middle of the road, kind of looking between the both of you. His gun belt is off, but he's holding it still. And Grover's like, "I'll tell you what, Sheriff. Won't you go down there a spell? 10 feet. We'll draw. And then if I win, I become sheriff." That sounds like a good deal to me, huh?
Hell, I imagine it would be, but I don't play that game. This is my town. Now, you coming quietly, or we taking you? Last chance, Grover.
You can see his hand is kind of slowly creeping up towards his gun belt. Abel is stepping away rather quickly, and Bishop behind him is stepping away as well.
Nelson kind of steps up alongside Gunderson a bit more. He's got his hand relatively close to his pistol, but it's not quite there yet. Now, come on, Mr. Peterson. I'm sure there doesn't need to be any trouble. I got some nice new chew down here. We were thinking of getting some. Maybe I'll share some with you. We can have a nice, quiet time, and then you can head on your way.
Let's see something here. Yeah, Grover, you've seen this look before. His eyes narrow, and he goes for his gun.
Ooh.
And we can switch over. Let me set this up as it should be, really. One sec. You guys are both down. Crow was probably right about there. So he's there. These guys are kind of backing up. Look about right?
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Alright, so let me make sure that the initiative track is empty. It is, so you guys can go ahead and roll initiative. It is on your combat menu, so...
Whoops, sorry about that.
What happened? You said sorry about that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit!
Fucking shit.
Nice.
He's not kidding.
He doesn't fuck around, does he?
He ain't kidding either.
Shit.
Yeah, you know Daisy.
Man, imagine Llewellyn stepping off the porch, just dropping this dude. Holy shit.
Oh, he doesn't even... I just imagine him lifting the gun up. Right, he already had it kind of halfway trained. Shit.
Yeah, he did actually. It was.
Doesn't even get off the guy out of his chair. Jesus.
All right, so not sure if anybody's seen kind of how this works. There is a couple handouts with your combat actions.
Yeah, I've been looking them over.
Remember that movement is a separate action from anything else. Initiative is just a tiebreaker, and for who starts first. So Lou would start first, and for instance, the general gist of it is whoever has the lowest amount of AP spent goes first. So if Lou would shoot, let's say shoots. Shooting is costs 3 AP. So he would be at 3 AP. So the next person in initiative would go with less than 3 AP. So that's kind of how it works. You can see everybody's AP spent. It's that top bar. That is very much on purpose, so you know who goes next, sort of thing. There are some actions that cost 1 AP, for instance. So you could be up, and then you could nobody could be within 1 AP. So if say everybody else has spent 5 AP and you've only spent 3 AP, and you want to aim for 1 AP, you would be at 4 AP, and then you'd go again. If your AP crosses another AP, so say you shoot with 3 AP and everybody else is at 5 AP, you get to complete your entire action, unless somebody has like an interrupt or something. So I hope that makes some sense.
I think I get the gist of it.
And Lou, you are up.
Alright, I'm just looking through offensive action.
There's no huge rush. Take your time. There should be a like a standard attack for shoot. Now, if you want to draw your weapon, that is an interact. So that would cost normally 2 AP. If you want to do it fast, it costs 1 AP, but if you fail your athletics roll, then you've wasted 2 AP without drawing it. Kind of fumble at it in your holster. That makes sense. Nobody, I believe, has their weapons drawn at all, so...
Alright, yeah, I think Llewellyn is going to draw... just normal draw.
Okay.
And
so that would be your action.
okay.
And then Henry David is up. It takes him 2. He's looking around, not sure what to do. He's holding the gun belt by the end of it, so the gun is like not close to him. So he actually just starts to move. He's actually running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's gonna move 5, trying to get away. And he is going to spend 5 AP to do that. Movement is basically per hex, so you can do up to 5 at a normal movement. Sheriff Gunderson, you're up.
Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I think he'll draw.
Okay. Normal draw.
Yep.
Okay. 2 AP. Crow, you're up.
Crow's gonna draw as well.
Okay. When people are saying drawing, they're drawing pistols, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Can I draw and move?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Grover. So Grover is going to try to draw quickly. So he is going to try it. He needs to get an athletics roll and beat an 11. So athletics, that's under what? There we go.
Agility.
Yeah, agility. I should know, huh? Why does it keep popping it up on that? Oh, there it is. Nope. Nope. So he spends 2 AP for nothing. Isn't able to get his gun out. One of the guys in the back, he actually is going to move over here. He's actually going to do the run action. So the run action works like so. So I'll describe it. So basically he spends 3 AP, and for each AP he spends, he runs 2 hexes. So anybody firing at him will take a -5, and any movement after his run is a -5 from him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 AP he spends for that. He's like running into cover over here. And Abel is up. He is going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he spends 3 AP to do it. Those guys are both at -3 right now. Or -5, I should say. I'm just going to put a little marker on them so I know. They ran. Pink for runners. Nelson, you're up.
Yeah, he'll draw as well.
Okay. Alright, so now we would look at who has the lowest AP. There's a lot of people with 2. But then, so if you're tied, you go to whoever has the highest initiative, which is Lou.
So I can do a called shot then, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do a called shot and try to aim at Grover's hand, or his arm, his shooting arm.
Okay.
So that's 4 AP.
Yeah, whatever the called shot says it is.
Yep, 4.
Okay, 4. You are within at least medium range. I'll see if you're in... let me go to the ranges real quick. I should put that... So this is kind of important. Your main range on a pistol is 8. So half of that is actually a... yeah, so you're at close range up to and not including... Oh, you're actually at medium range. So go ahead and... so when you shoot with your pistol, so you should have it should be in your combat menu.
Why does that keep pulling up?
What is what keep pulling up?
Every time I push it, I get a miscellaneous menu. Oh, no. Alright, sorry.
Okay, so called shot is a 1 hardship, I believe. So you would do that. So just walk through it. So you click on pistol, and it's just a choose a target. Then you click on Grover, right?
Yep.
And then benefit 0, hardship 1, additional mods 0, and then it should ask you what band you're in your medium. Oh my god. Okay.
Fucking what?
Oh my god!
Oh, fucking shit, dude.
You're gonna kill this guy.
Oh my god.
So the way it works is when you shoot at someone, so in ranged combat, they don't get to dodge or anything. That just doesn't happen. So it'd be 62 minus 19. So that is 47, right? So 47. Then so you first get that number, then you add your damage of your gun, which is 8 piercing. So that's 55. Okay.
Wow.
So the first thing that happens immediately is he takes a wound. Okay. So he takes a wound, and then he also takes a injury because guns do mortal, and so mortal, that quality means anytime you take a wound, you also take an injury. So the next thing I do is I look at that number, which was what, 57 we said? Is that right? It's a torso strike, so...
No, it was
you're
arm.
doing
He called arm.
Arm, so it's negative 3
arm.
too, so... so you called arm, so let me just do this. 62 minus 19, that's 47, plus 8, so that's 55. 55 minus 3, because arm is a minus 3 to your... so 52. So we're at 52. That still obviously does a wound and an injury. So the next thing I would look at is I would look at this guy's mortality threshold. His mortality threshold is double his wound level, which is 18. So anytime you're over that 18, you have to roll a death roll. However, if you're 2 times over the mortality threshold, he just dies. So you kill him. You blow his arm off, basically. How does that look?
So, Llewellyn, still sitting in his chair, just quickly draws steel and points, lightning fast, and shoots to Grover. He just looking to wing him, and by some misfortune or accident, shoots Grover's arm off, I suppose, and the blood sprays into the air, and Llewellyn's eyes are a bit big right now. His mouth kind of falls agape as he's looking on, as he just realizes, I may have made a whoopsie daisy.
Oh my god.
Fucking shit.
So, anybody, okay, who's the next 2? So that would be, the
Henry's
sheriff.
next.
Henry's at 5. He's running.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Gunnarsson sees that, is dumbstruck for a moment, but then sees Henry running with the gun belt still in his hand, aims his pistol at him, and I don't want to shoot him. And are you able to do a delayed in case he tries to run? I know he's that far.
You can do an interrupt. Mm-hmm. There's an interrupt action. You can delay too if you want, or you can interrupt. Either way.
If he tries to run from an interrupt, basically I'm just gonna point my gun at him and, God damn it, Henry, don't move! Drop that damn belt and stay there!
Yeah, you can do an interrupt then. So, the way interrupt works, because I've never used one before, so I'd like to actually just walk through it. Interrupt, where is... Okay, so, let me delay. Minimum of 5 AP. 5 AP, no triggered. Yep. So basically, you have to. So you set your interrupt. You spend 5 AP to interrupt, so you'd be at 7. But if he marks your condition, which is running or whatever, you can immediately shoot for another.
Basically, if he does anything but stay there, then I'm gonna have to shoot him. Because if he draws steel, I'm shooting. If he tries to run, I'm shooting. Because he was already given up, and now he's turned tail.
Mhm.
Can't have that.
All right, I believe Crow, you're up.
Are the others drawn steel, Abel and David?
Not yet. They're just running for cover right now.
Okay, I will also try the interrupt.
Okay. All right. Now, what's your condition to interrupt on?
If Abel draws steel, I suppose I will fire at him.
Okay. And then Grover is very dead, so he's no longer in the fight. So the other guy down there, you're not exactly sure what's happening, but he's at 3. Is anybody at 2? Nelson, you're up, actually.
Oh yeah, because I get it. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, Nelson, seeing that Mr. Gunston wants to stop Henry, at least, is going to move up. And so, how much is the move? It's,
So if you move normally, it's for every hex, it's 1 AP up to 5.
yeah. So for now, and what was the range for the pistols? 8.
It is 8, but you can shoot over your range. It just makes it more difficult. But if you're in that medium range band, it's the 2d10.
Yeah. So he'll go ahead and step up a couple, up almost just in front of Mr. Crow, and he's good.
That's 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Down here, so I think we're at 3. Yep, 3 is the... Yeah, not sure. Hard to see, but that guy definitely pulled out a gun. Whoops, I put the wrong thing in there. Okay. So it is now Abel's turn, and he is going to draw his weapon.
Okay. So, does that mean that I open fire at him?
Yeah, you're 15 hexes away. That's going to be a long shot. That is almost times 2, so that's long range when it asks you.
Okay. No benefit and no hardship?
Correct.
And it's long range.
That is a miss. Pistol goes whizzing over Abel's head. And he draws his gun.
Yeah, as Nelson runs in front of me, and Crow's kind of like changing targets from Grover to, after watching him get his arm blown off, he's surprised. Was only meaning to kind of defend the sheriff in case, Grover. So he shifts towards Abel, and is not able to get a good shot on him quickly enough. Fires over him.
And as this is happening, Sheriff, you see that Henry is still trying to run.
God damn it, boy! And it's gonna take a shot at him as he tries to run.
Okay. I think you are probably within medium range. Yeah, you're right at medium range. Yeah, as he's beginning to run, he cuts in a direction you're not expecting, and you miss. So he's gonna run. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think you can get for 5 AP. Run. He's at negative 10 now. Or negative 5, I should say. These other guys ran there, not anymore. These guys don't have the negatives. Okay. Who is up? He's got the lowest AP. Just clearing these guys. Looks like it is Nelson.
Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Well, now he's seen Crow shoot at Abel, and he knows that Abel's got a pistol. He knows Abel's going to start shooting this way. Then again, Henry's run off with his gun belt. His undercover's probably going to pull his, but seeing as Abel is armed and ready to shoot, he'll take a shot at Abel, kind of surprised as the bullet goes past him towards Abel, and then that bringing his attention, he takes his pistol and aims and goes for a shot.
Okay, so you're at 14, so that is going to be long range.
Alrighty, and it's just combat menu pistol?
So yes. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, and then long range. Oh,
so
I just click. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you're actually just at medium range.
Oh, sweet, even better. So 0 benefit, 0 hardship, no additional mods. Is there a little pop-up? Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So medium, you said, yeah?
Yep, medium.
Sweet. Come on, my boy.
That is just barely a miss.
Oh shit!
Wisdom.
Fuck!
Because he exploded too. Yeah,
So
the sun
close.
gets in your eyes or something as you're ready to shoot, and it just barely misses him. Barely. So I gotta add 3 to you because you shot. Forgot to add your delay shot on both Crow and Gunderson. You're at 7. Alright, so looks like it's mostly them now. So Abel wants to be in more cover, so he's gonna get cover. He moves 2 into cover. Sorry, did I say Grover?
I was just, you said it's mostly their turn, but so they grow.
Yep. Fucking.
So the one guy is going to shoot at Lou on the patio there. I'm going to give you slight cover. So he's going to shoot. Pistol. Targeting you. Benefit 0. Hardship 0. Addition mods -2 for cover. He is at medium range. Oh gosh, he misses badly. It just hits the ground in front of the porch and doesn't do anything. Now up is Nelson again, I believe. Oh no, not Nelson. Yes, it's Lou.
Here we go again.
Lou, realizing that he's just been shot at from his right, turns and takes a shot in this direction. The first person he sees is Bishop, so he just assumes that it was Bishop.
Yeah, he's got good cover, so you'll be a -5 on your additional mods, your medium range. I like how Lou is just not even getting up; he's just sitting in the chair.
He's in the chair.
Hell no!
Just
You
like
said there was a hardship, or
No,
no?
no hardship, but a -5
Oh,
to
the
additional
mod.
mod on cover.
And at medium.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, what a roll for him!
Wowzers!
It ricochets off the side of the building.
Oh, man,
Doing nothing.
fucking shit. The 10s.
Yep.
The goddamn 10s.
Nelson, you're up. Nope, you're not actually.
Um,
Abel's up, sorry.
Okay.
Abel doesn't really have a shot. So he is...
Damn, TD's dice are loaded.
It's the chair, dude. If you sit in a chair, you're better off.
Yeah, it's almost like a prone shot. It's like
6,
you
7.
can really settle into it.
He's got all the benefits of being prone without actually being prone.
So he runs across there. And that cost him 5.
And it's harder to shoot him at this
It
point.
is definitely.
Yeah. Oh, shit, cool.
And it's harder for him to shoot you as well, so...
You said that was a -5.
It's a -5 to hit him, plus he has cover over there, so he's run to cover across the way.
Okay.
Now,
So at this
now
point-
Nelson is up, yeah.
Yeah, so at this point, the probably easiest relatively shot would probably be Bishop then, yeah?
He's got cover, but yeah.
Comparatively.
Yeah, he's got -5 cover.
Let
But
me
you're at
see.
medium range, just barely at medium range on him.
Okay. Yeah, I think Nelson's going to go for the shot.
Okay.
Before, seeing as everybody else is kind of distracted.
Yep.
Bishop's actively firing.
You can aim, right? It costs 1 AP, but to aim.
Oh, yeah.
But he is
so
he
in
is
this
above
case-
you in initiative, so he could shoot first, but
Yeah, so if I were to aim, he'd have a chance to shoot and then it'd go back to me because I'm the next
right.
lowest, yeah?
Mhm.
I think he's just gonna go for that quick shot.
Okay.
And so then -5, you said? Or
Yep, -5 on the additional mods, correct.
-5 additional mods. All right, let's see. Come on, boy. Oh, and medium range, you said?
Yep.
Come on. Shit. Nope. Fuck. Rolled butts.
Yep, just the cover is just too much. He's like hunkered down over there, kind of around the corner. I think next is him. He is actually going to... Boy, aiming is a dire prospect. But he has really gotta, because... Man, I'm afraid Lou's just gonna blow him into oblivion.
A risky game to play.
Yeah, he's gonna aim.
Ooh.
He's aiming now.
I like this. I like this initiative system. This is actually really intuitive once you get it rolling.
I think so. Lou, you're up, actually. You can tell that Bishop is aiming you around the corner.
Yeah, and Lou, having already taken a shot over there, he's gonna fire again over.
Get him.
Medium range, -5 cover. Hit him.
Man, the David boys are not having a good time.
10, 18 torso. Let me see. So that is enough to give him a wound. And an injury. So he has a wound and an injury now. So make sure that actually did what I wanted it to. Yeah. So 18 is not enough to make him do a death roll, because it has to be double his wound level. His wound level is 11. So you do shoot him in the stomach. He's like, "Oh God, boys, he shot me! He shot me!" And I believe it's his turn. He is aiming still. He's gonna fire back. So an aim gives him a benefit, and you have -2 cover. This is not gonna go well for him. Unless he just explodes like crazy. Oh, see, no. Yeah, so he has a hardship, -. Yeah, so this is actually an interesting rule here. If you actually roll 0 dice, which is kind of what happened. If you actually look at how that happened, instead of the hardship, you take a -5. So basically, what happens here, really, because there's no way to systematically do it, unfortunately. I should have looked. But instead of taking that hardship, so he would have kept 1 dice. So basically, he would have got an 11, -3, -2, -5. So he missed. It's the moral of the story.
Cool.
I know that doesn't. If you just, it's in the rules. It's just,
I get what you mean. Yeah, it's just the dice. The actual numbers didn't show up properly.
Yeah. Well, it's because the So if you look at the roll, it drops 3 and rolls 3, which is like impossible, right? But he exploded, so it looks like he got a 10. So it kept 1. It's just the math in roll 20. There's no way to automate it. So, but he definitely missed. So he is in trouble. So a bunch of 10s. Who is the highest 10? I believe it is Henry.
Henry.
Yeah, he's gonna draw his. He's gonna just draw at this point. And then I believe it is Sheriff.
Yeah, Gunnarson's gonna start hustling to get into cover. Looking at Nelson and Crow. Crow, Nelson, get cover, you crazy cusses! And he's gonna run up the, not really run, but just kind of move up the stairs there and get down behind the railings.
And how many hexes was that? 3?
3.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Crow.
Yes, indeed. That was Crow's next move. Even though he is enjoying the cover the white man has given him.
Yeah, very, very inadvertently in Nelson's case.
Thank you, white man. He's going to he's going to try to get full cover and switch to his rifle if he can start working on that.
I don't know. Does the sheriff allow rifles in town?
As long as you're not using on my town people, I don't give a shit.
So how many hexes did you move there?
That was 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was 4.
Okay,
4.
if you ran, you could have spent 3 AP and run the entire and got there. So, but you would be at -5 to be hit and -5 to hit. But if you're gonna switch out to your rifle, then it doesn't matter, right? So, just save you an AP. Okay. So Nelson, right in the middle of everybody, what would you like to do?
Right. So for running, it's 3 AP and then.
Yep.
3 AP. Oh, so minimum of 8. 3. Okay.
Yeah, you can use 5. You can move 10.
So at
10
5,
hexes
I can get
if,
10.
Yeah.
Okay. So how far could it get? Oh, not that far. Oh wait, that's 5 hex. Oh, 10 unit. Okay, I see. So yeah, he could get most of the way over there for a lot of fucking. For 5, that's. Oh, I could get there. That would have cover, yeah.
It would have cover.
Or like, would one of those two?
I don't think it would have cover. That wouldn't have cover from Abel, but.
Or Bishop.
Yeah. Well, if that won't have cover from Abel, this would be basically out of Henry's line of sight, right? Or would this even?
That would be, yes.
So that would be out of Henry's line of sight. Yeah, I think he's going to go for it. Try and get well up there.
All right.
And run for it.
Nelson's young, right?
Yeah, he's a dumb little
Can you
shit.
tell?
Exactly, right?
Yeah, all the smart and wizened people just stay in their chair.
Yeah, I'm not moving. My back hurts.
Blood pressure.
Oh my
But
god.
trigger finger strong.
Jesus Christ.
He's a ballsy little boy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you ran at least.
Lou, I believe you are up.
Yep, and Lou's looking to pop another shot over at David here.
Which one?
Yeah, Bishop. I'm
Or,
thinking.
sorry.
Yeah. The first name, last name is.
Running the full gambit.
Yeah.
Yep, just going around the board.
Medium range -5 cover. Yeah, that's a hit.
Fuck.
26
Damn, Lou.
plus 8. 34. That's another wound. 34 is gonna be, yep, so that's another wound. Another injury. So another wound, another injury. He is in bad shape. That was 34. So that's over his wound threshold, or wound level, I should say, not wound threshold. So he needs to make a death roll.
God damn.
So it's 34 he's going against here. Death roll.
Is this Bishop again?
This is Bishop.
Yeah.
So how does Bishop get killed here?
So Lou's still aiming over. He's just kind of peering down underneath the railing with his hand out, and he can see Bishop just a little bit here and there. And he fires his first shot, which hits, and realizes that Bishop's still firing back. So he fires another shot over, hits Bishop in the chest. And he sort of watches as Bishop collapses and rolls off this little porch deck area and into the dirt. And then Lou just puts his head back down and begins to scan around again, seeing what else is left in the out on the streets here.
Yeah, I think it's so that was I didn't. So you're at 15 now, and then that would be
Correct.
Yeah. So next is Henry. Henry sees Nelson just like sprint across there. He's like, "You killed my brother," and he does not appear to be so happy. In a violent rage. There's 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
And he'll be at 15. Okay. So the next one is Abel. Abel, I'm gonna do something for him. Yeah. He begins to run. He's taken off. 17. Alright, so who is at 15? Lou?
I'm at
13. You're at
13.
13. Yep. You and Crow.
I'm ahead of Crow. I'll go ahead and, seeing that my deputy has gotten himself in the spot of bother, I'm gonna go ahead and take aim at Henry.
Okay. So you're just gonna shoot or you're gonna aim?
Gonna go ahead and aim.
Okay. So you're gonna aim how many? So you can aim once right now. You and Crow could go back and forth, but it's yeah. Okay. Yep. So you're aiming, so you have a benefit for your next action, and that's 1 AP. You're at 14 AP. Crow, what would you like to do? Whoops, that was not what I meant to do.
Crow is going to fire his rifle.
You haven't drawn it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll draw the rifle.
Okay, so that's 2 AP to draw it. So you're going to be at 15. So now you have your rifle out. Gundy, I think you're up.
Oh, let's take the shot.
You get a benefit.
Save the poor boy.
You are at
That's
what range? That's actually just at medium.
Oh, baby. Nope.
Shit.
It's not quite able to track him down over that range. It's a little long.
I mean, Nelson's lined up for a good shot once it comes around.
Yeah, from the guy who's about to shoot you in the face.
Blue,
Yeah.
you are up.
Don't worry, we got Lou will save.
Yeah,
him.
that's true.
Lou looks over and
Medium range.
sees Henry run from out from cover. I would assume squaring up on Nelson.
Yeah.
And he trains his pistol on Henry there.
You have 2 bullets left, so.
Yep.
Let's check. Yep. So you've got. He only needs 1. That's right.
Yeah,
You're not hearing any music?
I hear music.
I hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Must be
right.
me.
Yeah, you're.
I had that earlier though.
Yeah.
Once it looped back around, it seemed to go. But
Was that long range?
No, you're medium.
Perfect.
fucking hell, get him.
And there are no mods for
No
that then,
mods
just long
whatsoever. Mm-mm.
or medium range.
Yep, medium range. Oh,
shit.
misses.
He's out for blood.
Missed. Oh no.
Oh shit, and he goes before Crow too. Shit.
Goes next.
At least I was running.
Yeah, he does get a -5 to his roll.
Trying to scrunch up against that building. Didn't expect him to. Poor old Nelson, not the brightest lad. Didn't
No.
expect the fella to charge him.
Let's see what range
Like,
band
get him
he
over
is
the side.
in, technically.
That's. Jeez.
He's in close range. Not point blank. Not quite. Says he's 3 hexes away, not 2, so he's not in point blank. That's very good for you. He's just gonna shoot. He doesn't have time to aim. Benefit 0.
I knew I should have gone wider.
-5 to hit. He is close range. Here we go. That's a hit.
Oh, shit.
8 damage. What is your head strike?
Oh, fuck.
15 damage. What's your wound level? 12? Yes.
Let's see. Wound level's 12.
Yep,
yes.
so you're going to take a wound, and you take an injury.
Shoot.
Yeah, so he just shoots you, and it just scrapes your temple, disorienting you as you are shot in the head, but somehow survive.
Oh, shoot.
And, yeah, I believe, who is the lowest? I think it's you. No, it's Crow. It's Crow.
Yeah, I think Crow's up.
Now you can shoot with that rifle.
All right.
Poor stupid boy.
What is the range on the rifle? I don't remember offhand. It should be in your gear. I can look.
Oh, okay.
Range of 10.
Yeah, 10. So you are at medium range, easy. Click on that rifle. You don't want to get shot with a rifle. Oh gosh.
Oh, shit. Well, don't worry.
Yeah.
Boys up.
Misses.
What kind of minuses do I have to shoot this?
Well, you got plenty of them. You have 1 hardship, which is automatically calculated into your roll, and then you have 1 injury, which is automatically calculated into your roll. So the hardship will be drop an extra dice, and the injury will be a -3 flat. And you're at -5 for running.
Oh, so I still have the negative from running now.
Mhm.
Okay.
This is your next action after running.
Alrighty, yeah. So, I mean, he's close range, right? Like you said.
Yeah, you're both at close range.
And Nelson just got shot in the fucking head, so he's like not thinking about much other than getting rid of the thing that shot him in the head. So, and everything's all factored in, right?
Except the -5 on addition for
-5.
running.
Right.
Mhm.
All right, Nelson, you little shit. Come on. And you see close. Okay, cool. Shit. Poor boy.
Yeah,
Fucking.
you just shoot and
man.
you're seeing double, and you shoot the wrong one. All right, Gundy, I believe.
Yeah.
Abel is
And I didn't wanna aim.
running unless people are after him.
No. Oh, shit.
Trying to save the boy now.
Now you're running.
many do you
Negative is
keep?
gone.
Do you keep your?
You keep your attribute.
Oh, I was gonna say his is keeping 2.
Yep.
He's got 3 in dex. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so that's the thing reducing it by 1.
Mhm. Yeah, the
Okay.
the hardship. That's what it does.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
Shit. Well, I'm gonna try to run at it. Let's see.
Run up to 10 hexes. And it'll cost you half that in AP.
Yeah, I'll go for the run. I'm gonna run out and oh god damn that dumb son of a bitch, and he's gonna run from behind cover and start sprinting out towards where Henry is with his gun in his hand. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Here comes the cavalry. 22. All right. I believe it is Lou.
Lou, I'm gonna make a called shot. I'm gonna aim for the head.
Okay. That's 2 hardships.
Yep.
Or well, what's the target number for baseline? So it's at least 12,
Depends.
right?
So it depends on the range, right?
Oh, for
Lou
fuck's
don't give
sake,
a
Lou!
shit.
Fucking shit,
Alright,
dude.
So okay, yeah, wow, what a roll. So that's a hit.
What the fuck is
So
that?
6, 9 plus 5 for the head, 14, 22. So 22. Let me see what this guy's. Okay, so that's a wound for sure, an injury for sure. And then, so that is just over his mortality threshold, so he needs to make a death roll. My God, man.
Fucking hell.
So he needs to
Lou is
beat
no joke.
I'm gonna just do this math real quick again. So 33, so that's 9 plus 8, 17 plus 5, yeah, 22. Okay. Nope. How do you shoot this guy in the head and kill him while you're seated on the porch?
So, Lou, as he's seated, he sets his hand up on the railing and steadies it for a second, taking aim, and seeing that Nelson's in trouble, there's a sense of urgency as he takes aim at Henry here and trains his sights right between Henry's eyes and then pulls the trigger. And as the sheriff begins to run out, all he can see is just Henry rock back, and blood sprays and spatters into the wind and the air, and it paints this little building here, and he just drops lifeless, and the dust rises off the ground, and a pool of blood begins to form around the body of Henry David.
Oh my.
There's three bodies on the ground.
Well, shit.
Yeah, Nelson's there, pretty near to Mr. Gunderson, and you can see he's got his left hand kind of hugging his head, holding tight against it. He's, cursing a bit here and there. That bastard shot me in the head! And you can see there's like a few little bits of bone here and there. Nothing big, but like little shreds of it, as it's clean gone across his scalp, over his temple and everything, and he's bleeding a hell of a lot. It's Mr. Gunderson. He shot me in the head, and he kind of slumps down against the building a little bit, holding his head.
You're lucky that's all it was, you stupid son of a bitch. You're lucky to be complaining about it. Get up here, damn it. And he kind of picks him up by the scruff. And, let me see it.
He kind of hesitates a bit and kind of pulls his hand. How bad is it?
Not
Clearly
bad enough,
very
you
bad.
dumb son of a bitch. We're had to get you over to the docks. Wrap it up a bit. When I tell you get cover, boy, I mean with us, not goddamn running at the damn tower where the fucker's hiding behind. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's a little bit he's a little bit wobbly as you kind of get him up and moving. Well, I didn't think he was gonna run at me. I thought I'd get around that building and then get around him. Fuck, it's bleeding a lot.
Come on over here. We'll take the hotel, get it wrapped up. We'll call for the docks. Son of a bitch. He looks over and he grabs Henry's gun. Oh, shit. Gets Nelson up and walks over and...
As that's going on, Lou stands up and sort of kicks the chair back behind him. And he flicks open his revolver and looks in. Damn. Last bullet, too. Flips it back shut and then holsters it. And then begins to walk off the porch. And looking around on the streets, and he sees the sheriff scolding Nelson, and he looks over to Screaming Crow, puts one hand on his hip real quick and kind of grimaces and begins to stroke his beard a little bit and scratch his face and just keeps looking around and grimacing a bit.
Crow's gonna put the rifle back on over his shoulder and walk over towards Longley. You're a very good shot.
Yeah, well, my persuader aimed true, no doubt.
Looks like you killed all three of them by yourself.
Yeah, well, one of them done run off. He gonna tell somebody. Bet on it.
We could track him, if you like.
No doubt we could track him. Wouldn't doubt your skills. But really, that's up to the sheriff.
Crow nods. Well, if he says it's okay, then I say I track him, and you kill everybody.
Ain't my place taking lives. I don't like it none, but God gave me a hell of a shooting hand, and I'll be damned if I don't use it. I ain't gonna stand around being shot or shot at. No, sir. Not be waiting around ready to pass him my chips.
I mean, sheriff's kind of trying to drag Nelson along to get him in the hotel and let him get fixed up. Going in there and who owns the hotel, by the way?
TD's other character. I don't know his name. What is it?
It is
Chester.
Jonathan Talbot.
Okay, Jonathan Talbot.
Yes.
Yeah, you go in there and ask Mr. Talbot. And, that young lady went in there and have pass you up before we get the doc over here to get that sorted out. All right?
Yeah. God damn it! I was like, oh yeah. I'll get it. I'll get it all patched up.
Yeah, sheriff's gonna,
He's clearly not feeling too hot as he kind of wobbles in there.
Sheriff walks up on the porch. And, well, shit, Lou. I'm starting to wonder why the fuck I'm out here.
Well, Sheriff, you do a good job. I'm just here doing what I can. You know, if shooting somebody or joining a posse is what I'm required to do, that's what I do. But I really prefer not to have to shoot anyone.
Hell, me neither. Looks out there. I owe you more than a couple cents, Lou. Without you, I think Nelson might have met his maker. Here you are. Gunnarson's gonna root around and give Lou a couple dollars as opposed to a few pennies.
Lou looks to his hand and realizes that he's been given a pretty good wage here. Much obliged, Sheriff, but you best tend to that boy. Don't have no sense.
He'll have less with the head wound.
And Sheriff nods. Well, we can live longer than a couple more days. You might learn something. But I reckon you're right. And you too. I appreciate your assistance, Mr. Crow. I'd wager it wouldn't have been quite so easy.
Crow nods to him. You're welcome, even though Mr. Longley did all the work. Would you like us to track him? He nods kind of in the direction of where the brother ran off to.
No, we need to get these bodies off the street first. And trust me, Abel ain't going nowhere. His kinfolk all here. He probably going to wrestle them up. And I imagine we're going to have some retribution. Mr. Longley, not that I'm thinking you need the protection, but if you want to stick around with us just in case David clan is seeking a bit of trouble with you, I would not mind assisting.
Sheriff, that'd be much obliged. I know trouble's coming now. And that boy Abel, he's a bit of a yellow belly, but I don't think his kin are all yellow belly. They're gonna turn up. They ain't gonna be happy.
As you guys are all standing around, you see the mayor, the former sheriff, running down the street with a rifle. What in the hell's going on, Gunny? Looks at the dead bodies on the street.
Them David boys again, Mayor. That some bitch Grover about to pull a shot on me because I was trying to take him in for drunken disorderly for the third time. Things went south. If it wasn't for Lou right here, we'd have been in a spot of trouble.
He shakes his head. God damn it. Well, let's get these bodies off the street.
Oh, don't dirty your hands, Mayor. I got this. You go into the hotel quick. Nelly! You patched up, son?
Yeah, Nelson you see him kind of up towards the bar. He's got his head wrapped pretty well, but blood's like seeping through it at this point. He kind of rushes over, almost stumbles over a chair and kind of gets up towards you. Yeah. It'll be good for now.
Move these bodies and get the Undertaker down here, and then we'll get you to the docks.
All right. But yeah, he kind of goes out to go start helping move the bodies and stuff, wobbling the whole way.
Crow's gonna reload his gun and also help pick up one of the bodies. I guess throw them in one of the carts over there if they're available.
Yeah, there would be the hotel probably has a cart sitting about. The mayor's like, Jesus Christ. Killing in the streets, not exactly timely.
I'm sorry about that, Mr. Hill. I tried to... He's kind of just
He looks at
bleeding
he's
all
like,
over
did
the place.
you get
His shoulders
shot,
covered in
boy?
blood.
Are you alright? And he walks over and like grabs your chin and pulls your head to turn your bloody bandage towards him. He's like, Jesus Lord.
Yeah, he got me in the head pretty good. Kind of goes to touch it a bit and kind of winces a bit as he pulls his hand away. Mr. Gunderson said we're going to go get me patched up, so it'll be fine.
For fuck's sake, I hope so, boy. Jeez. Turns over to the sheriff and shakes his head. Gunny, I was going to call you over to the house. I don't really want to have this conversation out in the street. You about done here?
Oh, I reckon we are. I'm sure we'll get the Undertaker out here soon enough to get these bodies sorted out, but yeah, I can... If you don't walk all the way back to the house, we can go inside the hotel. I imagine they're not going to have any trouble.
Well, hell, I guess. Just bring everybody in then. Who cares? You're going to hear it anyway. He looks to Lou, who he does not know, and looks to the engine and is like, I guess this one's allowed in there. I don't... Shrugs.
He's a good fellow, Mayor. He helped us out in this little scrap. Mr. Crow's all right from what I hear about town, from people that make sense know how.
Well, let's go in and have a spot of whiskey then. Wait, 1 sec.
Crow will nod to Sheriff Gundy. Quiet thanks. Or... yeah, I won't say anything, just give him a nod and thanks.
He immediately walks in and grabs a chair and waves over to Bonnie, who is like talking to one of the bartenders about her, what happened. She comes over and she's like, "Yeah, Mayor, usual?" He's like, "Yeah, the whole bottle." She looks over at the sheriff. "Sheriff, I saw what happened. I have to thank you."
Oh, hell, thank Lou, Bonnie. I hardly did a damn thing. I need to get my shooting iron back in practice.
She waves for Nelson. "Sit down, boy. I'm gonna get you a clean
Nelson.
rag."
He kind of heads on over. Thank you, Bonnie. Yeah, I mean, really, Mr. Longley did a real good job. Nelson's kind of sits down, his face pretty much completely drained of blood by this point. He's very pale.
She shakes her head. "Oh my God, this is crazy. Why were they after me? They thought I worked at the Jewel. What happened at the Jewel?"
Well, what I hear, Mr. Crow over there, the Jewel might have performed some of their own brand of action against the David clan for roughing up one of their girls, smashing old Bill's hand with a hammer. Probably just trying to take it out since they thought you worked there and whatnot. By the way, Bonnie, you got anybody spare you can run and grab a doctor? Not that I don't appreciate what you done for the boy, but he's gonna need that taken care of, and we got to keep going.
"Oh yeah. I'll go get him myself." Or Jimmy. And she yells for Jimmy, and he's like, I'm on it. And he runs. He's like, "Are you gonna go after them boys?"
Oh, no, you don't worry about that now, son. You just go on, get him now, okay?
I was just wondering if I could go with you.
Well, now, no, son. Go on and get the docs now. There'll be plenty of help for us, all right?
And he nods. I'll go get him. And he rushes out. The mayor has got his fingers on his bridge of his nose and just leaning forward. Pulls out a cigar out of his front jacket pocket. Lights it. Takes a deep drag of it. Oh. Well, this is just one day I won't forget anytime soon, I guess.
Yep. Been a while since there's been killing done in the streets here.
Yeah, I think I was the last one that shot a man down, actually, when you were my deputy.
Damn. It has been a long time.
Anyway, I just got back from Denver, Gundy, and I got some bad news. They're gonna make you run for election, I think. And so what happened like a year and a half ago, he won, he became mayor, and you just got kind of like de facto promoted.
Gundy kind of nods at that. Well, that ain't bad news, Mayor. Plenty of probable candidates that would take this position that are upstanding citizens. I wouldn't mind remaining on law force with somebody as long as they were proper and upheld the law.
Oh, hell with that. You need to be the sheriff, Gundy. Who else is going to do it? Bill? Nelson? I don't think so. One of the Davids?
Hell. None of the Davids will be doing over my dead body.
It might be.
Nelson. Oh, shit, if they go that far. Well, Bill wouldn't necessarily be a bad case, and neither would Nelson, even though he'd probably end up losing the title on account of losing his damn life at this point.
Well, I mean, if I'd gotten a bit closer and gotten a better shot, I guess, but
You gotta protect yourself first, son. Any kind of gunfight, you find the hardest piece of cover you can get to and get behind it. Else, you end up with that. Point at his head wound.
yeah, I suppose so. I mean,
take it from us old folks, Nelson. There's a reason me, Lou, and Mayor here are still alive despite getting our fair share. You gotta think with your head before your balls, son.
Nelson nods a bit solemnly. Yes, sir. I'll be more careful next time.
Attaboy.
He just shakes his head. Oh, boys. Well, what you gonna do about the Davids then, Sheriff?
Well, when Abel goes talking about whatever his version of events is going to be, which I have a keen mind of what that is, saying we gunned down Grover and his brothers in the street, I imagine they're going to try to come for blood. I prefer not. I don't know if we're past that point. I think we are. Try take Crow and Longley and Posse. Anybody else that's willing to go. Try to make them see sense through superior numbers on our end. Hopefully not cause no damn trouble at the Jewel and just get them the hell out of our town. Of course, being if they draw weapons on us, well, I don't really want a repeat of what happened today, but if that's what's got to be done to convince some folks, sometimes you got to draw steel.
Well, do you even know where these boys
they look
are?
quite ready.
I imagine down at the Jewel, I'd wager most of them are at right now. They might be getting ready to come up around here, yonder, since Abel's probably headed in that direction. Otherwise, I'll ask about. I'm sure people know their habits and whereabouts.
Well, I don't think it's a Jewel. I peeked in there because I heard there were some problems. I didn't know to what extent. The madam, what's her name? Kate. She played the innocent. I don't think they're in there now.
Well, we'll ask about. Mr. Crow's a tracker as well. Might be able to use his manhunting skills if he has some. Try to locate him that way.
Well, I'll leave it up to you, Gundy, but make sure you keep somebody in town here. Watch over the Jewel, because if they've been beating on somebody's hand with a hammer, they probably want them too. Get Bill, go find him.
Crow's gonna stand up and he nods towards the sheriff and says, "The woman Bill slapped. He nearly killed her. Red Kate, she did well. She was just protecting her."
Well, bashing somebody's hand with a hammer isn't exactly protection, Mr. Looks at you, sidelong. What should I call you?
Crow.
Uh-huh. Well, Mr. Crow, you see, that is not protection, that is vengeance. And vengeance is only at the end of a noose. After a judge says that it's okay. Is Red Kate a judge, Gundy? Has she been elected the judge of the Colorado Territory and I did not know about it?
Oh, not in this territory. The way she acts down there, you expect she might have been at some other point in time, but not in this state, sir.
Exactly. So here's what we have. We have a madam dealing out justice and causing a big hubbub in the thoroughfare where one of my deputies gets shot and almost killed.
Yep. I'll get Bill, have him try to deal with that situation at the Jewel, see if we can keep Kate in line a bit. You know she's going to try to flex some power over here, though, Mayor. She does get quite a bit of business for the town.
Just keep her smart. She's, I would assume, smarter than this. She's going to bash some man's hand with a hammer who has like 20 brothers. What's she going to expect?
Yeah. Gunderson nods. Yeah, I'll get it taken care of. I'll get Bill on it.
Alright, we'll see what you do. Round up a posse if you need to. I'll leave it in your hands. I'm going back home. This is a bunch of bullshit.
You be safe too, Mayor. You know these David boys, no extent of how far their vengeance might be.
Ah, let him come. I haven't shot at somebody in a while. Wouldn't mind it. He shrugs his shoulders, and he looks at Nelson and said, I'll make sure I get down and cover first, though. And he smacks him on the shoulder.
And Nelson kind of winces a little bit as it reverberates through him, and he kind of head a little bit low, half nod to Mr. Hill.
He looks to Lou and Crow and nods. He's like, appreciate your helping me out. And the sheriff, keeping ours safe.
Lou just responds by tipping his cap. Mayor.
Crow nods to him.
All right, Hill. I'll see you later, Gunny. Listen, just practice your speeches. I want you to be sheriff for another 4 years at least.
I'll give it my go, Mayor, but like I said, as long as none of them David boys get it, it's in good hands.
Well, they could be the least of our worries. If some Pinkerton comes in and runs, then, well, you know how that goes with all the mines.
Yep, them sons of bitches. He goes to light another cigarette.
He goes and he starts to step out and he's like, oh, I almost forgot. When I peek my head in the jewel, there is quite a bit of, clientele. They're all miners, actually, from the Dunn mine. They're just babbling something crazy about that there was some miners fixing to kill Mrs. Dunn.
Well, shit. They say anything else about how that transpired?
Well, they said they got out of there and it was some dirty Jim. I don't know, some miner down there. He probably just mad. They're thinking about unionizing, I guess. Probably just talk, but I'd look into it. I know you got your hands full, but
Well, you need me to take a look at anything, Mayor. You know I can handle it. Ain't no plate too full. We got enough law around here to handle business.
all right, well, maybe you want to pay Mrs. Dunn a visit. Just be careful, rich types.
Oh, hell. Normally I got away with words, Mayor. I'll figure it out.
All right, well, I'll talk to you later. He nods to Bonnie. Miss, just steps out.
Crow's gonna look over at Longley and ask him, do you know Red Kate?
Can't really say I do. I don't much go visiting or frequenting such places. Not really big with the malks.
She was good to me. Bill, the other brothers. They wanted to fight. She defended me. Oh, I fear I have caused her trouble. He kind of looks at the floor, kind of bothered by the fact that, of what the mayor said and everything.
Well, ain't much you can do now. Try and make things right, I suppose.
I do believe that the brothers will go back there and try to cause more trouble.
Well, he stands up. I'm gonna get my Deputy Bill on it. And then we gotta figure out where these David boys are making roost. Try to get them out of here.
Nelson kind of goes to stand up and has a little bit of trouble. And yeah, we do. I mean, they were very ready to do all that. Worries me a bit.
Well, I'm hoping it don't come to no more blood, but I know how these types are. Shit. Red Kate and then Peterson's ego might have put us all in some deep shit.
Sounds like a lot of trouble today.
Sheriff's gonna look at Crow and Longley. Well, I can't say my coffers are limitless, but if y'all are willing to continue on this little expedition we've gotten ourselves into, I'm fine to deputize you for the time being, so we can get this matter resolved. Might look abouts in town for other men willing to do the same.
I'm willing to earn a wage, Sheriff. If that means wearing some bronze, so be it.
Crow looks towards the sheriff, kind of surprised, and he just smiles and nods. I would be happy to help.
All right then. Let's go grab the spare tins from the office, so you can wear them and whatnot. And then we'll try to get this shit together and go sort out these David boys. And then hopefully we can get that sorted out, and I'll deal with Miss Dunn later.
Bonnie walks over and she's like, well, I can take the boy upstairs and lay him down. Get him some rest until the doc gets here.
That'd be wise. Nelson, you can go ahead and do that whenever you're fixed up and feeling ready to go. Just meet up with us and I'll find something for you doing all this mess.
All right. If you're sure you don't need me long, probably is a good idea, I guess. And I'll get back to you quick.
All right. And take good care of you here. Bonnie, if Doc asks for anything, just tell him to bill the office. I'll come up with it.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I mean, I've got some squirreled away. I mean...
Oh, no. You don't need to do all that now.
This is on mostly my account anyway.
Oh, hell, Bonnie, you can't help how Grover's gonna act. That son of a bitch was plumb crazy. Them David boys are no goddamn good. And you keep your account. We got enough money in the state here to tax. I'll figure something out with the mayor and we'll get it taken care of, all right?
She sighs and she's like, alright, well, come on, lad. Let's go upstairs.
Yeah, thank you again, Bonnie. It's mighty nice of you.
Just don't bleed on the sheets, she says with a smile.
Towards the floor that is now like several separate trails by this point, and it's all down his shoulder, and it's a complete and utter mess already. So
she's, well, maybe we should stop by the bath first. I'll scrub you back. She smiles.
He smiles, give her a nod. That sounds nice. Thank you.
She leads him out of the room, leaving everybody behind, kind of to decide what they're going to do. Any last thoughts here?
Gunnarson's got nothing in particular, just kind of gathering the rest together, so I'll pass it along to the remaining.
Yeah, Nelson's thinking about getting his back scrubbed.
Yeah, Crow's just going to share some tobacco with Longley.
And Lou's just smoking a cigarette and kind of taking in what's happening around him, and really just it's not entirely pleased with what's going down here, but he knows that it's going to be his fault, any retaliation from the Davids.
Yeah. The most bored killer in the West sits there idly thinking about it. as the screen fades to black.